life. Today is February 7th, 2025, and I'm your host, FINGY. Before we get into today's session, I do urge you to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can stay in the loop with all the amazing music we have going down right here. With that being said, we're on all streaming services, so Spotify, Apple Music, you name it, we are there. But today, I am so stoked. We have Rich Robbins in the stew. This is a genre-bending musician that builds worlds as intentionally as he builds his bars. Chicago's Golden Slam poet is here today with a 9+ piece ensemble to bring all new music from the new LP in good taste. So without further ado, let's take it away.
Don't play fair. There's no time to spare. This is dedicated to the yellow rain boots I used to wear. This is dedicated to all my ex-boos and all my airs and all my years and all my fears. I never gave up on the things I cared. This is dedicated to them years. This is dedicated to the men and women who motivated me to follow my own creed like Apollo. This ain't from a genie in a bottle. To my big mama in heaven. To that little boy who's 7 in the multiverse like Evans. Let it christen all of my... This is dedicated to the niggas that are looking at me in the crowd with envy all in your brow. My nigga, I figured it out. It's less about power and more about freedom. I got my fam, I got my fans, I got my reasons. Let it flow, 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 flow. To the flow, 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 flow. Let it flow, 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 flow. To the flow, 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 flow. I talked to God today. He said, she said, he said. I talked to God today. She said, he said, she said. Yeah. We getting older now. If you gon' hold me down, I need you to show me now. Yeah. We getting older now. If you gon' hold me down, I need you to show me now. Brother, don't wait on me. Sister, don't wait on me. Mama, don't wait on me. Mama, don't hate on me. There's so much weight on me already. Let it flow, 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 flow. To the flow, 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 flow. Let it flow, 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 flow. To the flow, 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 flow. I talked to God today. He said, she said, he said. I talked to God today. She said, he said, she said, he said, she said, he said, she said, he said, she said. Yeah. Think my retina caught a glimpse of God. Learned some lessons, now I'm light years apart. I pray when we get old, we make love like art. Let this canvas on our bones play its part. We need freedom, we need solace. We need unrequited love, not that violent silence. What foot in my cup, car don't need no extra mileage. Sipping on my sacrifices, 4K out the eyelids. Time it is. This body, this vessel, this temple, this temple. This body, this vessel, this temple, this temple. They tried to weed us out, undo our roots. touch the soil, fingertips will tell the truth. The river red like Baton Rouge, we sing the blues. We ain't grow up with no mental health inside the schools. Moral compass battling with demons. My cup is full, but you could tell it's leaking. Party full of wolves and they teething. We were sleeping, they just started eating.
Guns, drugs, and violence, we don't know what time it is.
She said she'll know when I get home, you know what time it is. It's body, it's vessel, it's temple, it's temple. You know your body is a temple. It's body, it's vessel, it's temple, it's temple. Everything done in good taste. We look good, we look good, we look good, we look better. We look good, we look good, we look better. We look good, we look good, we look better. We look good, we look good, we look better.
Everything is done in good taste. Don't let good things go to waste. Everything is done in good taste. Don't let good things go to waste. Everything is done in good taste. Don't let good things go to waste. Everything is done in good taste. Don't let good things go to
We look good, we look good, we look better. We look good, we look good, we look better. That's the one. That's the one.
Hey guys, this has always perplexed us here at Audiotree. Over 88% of you that watch our show are not subscribed to our channel. Kind of wild, right? So could you please do us a favor? If you like this show and you like discovering new music and you wish to support us, the free and simple way to do that is to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And our commitment to you, if you do that, our team will continue to book the best bands we can, listen to your feedback, and book who you want to hear on this show, continuing to capture and share astounding music to you all. Thank you. This is genuinely like the largest ensemble, at least I've been encountered with here in the studio. But with that, we also have legends in the studio. Hi, Manasseh, I missed you. If everyone would briefly, can we go around, just say your name and where you're from? And I know we have people joining us later. If you could introduce them as well.
Sure.
I want the people to know who we're dealing with today.
Yeah. Okay, class. Lonzo, let's start with you.
I'm Lonzo Sanders. I'm on keys today. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana, but based here in Chicago.
Yo, KB right here, Chicago all day.
Yo, I'm Renzell on the tracks and, voice for my boy, Rich Robbins. I'm from Milwaukee, but based in Chicago, for sure. Shout out Studio Shapes. Yeah, you already know.
What's up, y'all? My name is Josh Oliveros. I'm on the guitar. I'm from the northwest suburbs, but I'm based in Chicago.
What's up? Master Steve, born and raised Greensboro, North Carolina, here in Chicago, though, and I'm on sax and vocals.
What up? I'm Rich Robbins. Oak Park born, raised in Philadelphia. Been in Chicago for a long minute now. And this is my set right here, yeah.
I'm Arden B. I'm one half of Lila Soul, and also Oak Park born, Chicago based.
Hi, I'm Manasseh. Shot till I die, baby.
I'm Eva B, also from Oak Park, live in Chicago. Second part of Lila Soul.
Yeah.
Cute, super wholesome, love, thank you.
And we also we got the two guest artists too. We got Rhome in the building, who y'all will hear from, and we've got the amazing Moyana in the building as well, who y'all will hear from too. So two incredible artists that that are gonna grace the stage today too.
Yeah, stay locked in. You don't want to miss it. All right, so let's get started. You're an MC, you're an educator, you're a poet, and you're also a show host yourself. What calls you to explore so many avenues of creative conversation?
What caused me to explore all of that? I think it's just fun. To be honest, I think it's a mixture of fun and purpose. And so I think that those are things that I didn't grow up thinking I wanted to start a TV show. That kind of just happens naturally in the evolution of having fun and exploring your purpose in life, you know. And so I've been really blessed and fortunate to be able to explore different things and different avenues of creativity, you know. So I think, you know, one of my homies once told me, he was like, you're not a rapper, you're a communicator who chooses rap as a way to communicate. And so I think all of those things that I do are just different forms of communication.
Yeah, and when you're talking purpose, is there an umbrella purpose you have found that encapsulates all of those avenues?
I think it's just bringing people together. I think it's like kind of learning who people are individually and keeping like a I don't know, like a collection of everybody in my head and knowing when to call on people and when to make a connection for people and with people. My mentor really put me onto that kind of thing, you know, and it's really like negotiation tactics at the end of the day, right? It's like you do this one thing and I know this person does this one thing and y'all can help each other out. And then before you know it, you've got a room full of people building community with each other. And so I think that's really the purpose, is just bringing people together.
Beautiful. And yeah, like you said, you're not thinking, hey, I'm going to be a show host, but through following this flow, it leads you to all these avenues. And on that show, Soft and Tender, which is such an amazing show that is built from the Soft and Tender song, from the Soft and Tender project, which we'll talk more about a little bit later on some building. But in one of the episodes, you said something that stood out to me. You said, our ability to be compassionate is inspired and informed by environment. What advice would you give to somebody that's looking to activate their unconditional love in an environment that doesn't necessarily facilitate that?
Oh yeah, that's a great question. You know, it's a question that has a lot of nuances to it, you know, and everybody's situation is very different. And so there's one part of me that's like, you know, like lean on community and like do it, you know, but I understand that that's not always accessible for people. And so I think that I think taking time to yourself to understand yourself and sitting with thoughts. And I think that can be done through prayer or meditation or both, a combination of both. I think both are closely related to each other. But just really understanding what you bring to the table. You know, what are your talents? What are your passions? Being gentle with yourself when you're not always locked into those things, you know, and understanding your ebbs and flows so that when you walk into a space, you're always prepared to give to the space, but you're always prepared to receive from that space as well. So that's what I would say. And you can do that no matter where you are or what your circumstance necessarily is. You know, you can always be in tune with yourself. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, and you have to be able to have a level of self-awareness to see you for your authentic self and know how to show up in a room authentically and in a way that's conducive to the productivity of the conversation itself. Yeah. How have you been able to look at yourself, heighten your own self-awareness and see, okay, this is how I am able to show up in most situations?
Honestly, I think just like being, having the humility to like, you know, kind of sit back and let people give me feedback, you know, and understand that I don't have shit all figured out. And, you know, like there are folks that I have that I really trust with, like, I trust them to hold my core, you know, and so when I forget who I am or when I'm getting lost in the sauce of the whole thing, you know, I'm like, I can lean on some people to put me in check for real, you know, and like, and be like, yo, you tweaking right now, or you're not being who you know you can be. But do that by leading with love, though, you know, and not resenting me for it, but just being under, you know, people that equally understand. Like, Rich is gonna have some off days, and you know, it's our job as his community to get him back on track, and vice versa. Like, people that are in my community, it's my job to just help you stay on track and help you stay on the path that you say that you want to be on. So I'm here to help you stay on that, you know. And if you veer off of it, that's cool. Like, I'm with you on that. We can help you get back on there. You know?
Right. And I appreciate that you highlighted leading with love. I feel like that is like the anchor when all goes wrong. Like, are we acting out of fear or are we acting out of love? And I'm glad to know you're on the lovely path. Yeah. That's awesome.
Be on that path.
And, you know, continuing this community and world building you're doing, you also created Respect the Mic, which is Chicago's most intimate open mic. Yeah. What do you believe is the power that intimacy holds within art itself?
The power that intimacy holds within art. I mean, at the end of the day, like, we are just pouring our hearts out on these things, you know, like on these tracks, and like even like the instrumentation, it's like you really got to be free flowing in order to tap into this. And so I think you have to have like a healthy, intimate space to be able to do that. I write all of this stuff by myself in the crib, you know, like there ain't nothing more intimate than that, you know, and just being alone. And then I bring it to Renzell at Studio Shapes, and then we kind of expand on it. And that has a level of like, you know, camaraderie and intimacy too, of like just trusting another person with like my thoughts midway through, you know, like this isn't a complete thought, but I'm going to share it with you. And like, and now now it's ours, and now let's build it together. And then we bring everybody else in. And so intimacy is at every stage, you know, vulnerability is at every stage, and being willing to be like, I'm not going to be able to finish this song the way that I know that it can be finished. So I have to invite other people into that. In order to do that, I have to share intimacy with them in some capacity, you know. So intimacy for art, I think, is like water.
Ooh, I like that. No, and it sounds like it strengthens your foundation. Julian Davis-Reed was actually in here recently. I saw that you did a interview, you did an interview with him, and he was talking about how a tree is more focused. When you're talking water, he's talking trees. How a tree is more focused on its roots rather than its branches. And it seems as though through, you know, going through your rooted system, through staying connected with all these artists that are not only talented within their own facets, but also, like you said earlier, like hold you accountable, keep you on that true path, you know, it shows in the music, and the power in the music is held, whether, or as opposed to, you know, some industry, okay, pair you guys up, let's do that, and you get a certain frequency.
Yeah, facts. No, and I will say too, like all of this, like we're all together by choice. You know, like the label wasn't like, oh, it makes sense for y'all to work together, so y'all work together. Like I hit up everybody knowing damn well they could hit me with a no back.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
But like the fact that y'all keep saying yes, I'm like, all right, bet that we can keep this thing moving, you know. And it just so happens more and more people keep saying yes. So like we're just getting bigger and bigger. But like we made a joke today, like this is the Avengers right here. You know, like the Avengers gotta say yes. Like, you know, like, you know, Captain America could have been like, Avengers Assemble. They could have been like, nah, bro, I gotta go to work. Like I can't save New York, bro. Like, you know. So you know, this is just a testament to, you know, everybody being here by choice. I think is like, it just means a lot more, you know.
Yeah, it does, and it's felt. So again, thank y'all for being here. Let's do a couple more.
Yeah, let's get it. Yeah. Hey. How could I forget your name? How could I forget your style? How could I forget your ways? How could I forget your smile? I can never forget you. Nah, that's facts. I can never forget you. How could I forget your name? How could I forget your style? How could I forget your ways? How could I forget your smile? I can never forget you. Nah, that's facts. I can never forget you. I got a confession. I've been smoking way too much weed. I've been smoking way too much weed. Started growing branches. Started chiefing at all my homes, but this ain't Kansas. It's just an innocent habit. It ain't never hurt nobody. No matter how far I go up, I still know my family. So let it be. Chamomile to tea. You look good to me. Light it up. Don't take all the air. Let the lighter breathe. Never forget you. There's some things that's just etched inside my DNA like tattoos. They can't build a prison without building walls to walk through. Even if they lock me in the cage, I still gon' come through. Be in a fortress and I'll make friends with the solitude. This freedom tastes like good soil and gravel, huh? Freedom tastes like one man with a paddle, huh? Free language, every thought is ancient. Everything passes with some good weed and patience. How could I forget your name? How could I forget your style? How could I forget your ways? How could I forget your smile? I can never forget you. Nah, that's facts. I can never forget you. How could I forget your name? How could I forget your style? How could I forget your ways? How could I forget your smile? I can never forget you. I can never forget you. Your birthday. I've been in a hurry. How many days does it take to forget every detail in my mind? Every hill I saw you climb, every signal that you signed. How can I forget you when we're just alike? See your face and mine, bend in space and time. I got some nerve, I got so high I forgot how you walk the earth. Keep this from fading. Are you still waiting? Don't leave me hanging. These walls are caving. How could
so smart like good God. Spent the last 10 months in the zone. My back on the floor and the cramp in my toe. My right hand just told me she ain't coming no more. And first lesson when you love, let go and get going and bring your ass back home.
Beautiful and amazing job. Thank you for being in. Goodbye. I'll miss you. Yeah.
Yes, Lord.
Beautiful. All right, so I wanna take it back to the last project real quick, Soft and Tender. There was a bar you had in Green Shocker that said, really ain't shit without mantras. And I felt that. And I was wondering if you and a few of you have a mantra or two that you remind yourself to keep you anchored.
Oh, wow, mantras. I'm very curious to hear if there's the rest of the team, if they got mantras. I tell myself every morning as like a meditation, I am one with the universe is awesome, and so am I. I tell myself that my heart is open, love pours in and out, and I tell myself that life is not permanent, life is not perfect, and life is not personal. And I also tell myself, if you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you're anxious, you're living in the future. And if you're at peace, you're living in the present. So those 4 get me through pretty much every day.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to marinate on some of those. The depressed, anxious, peace.
Yeah.
That's a bit right there.
There's a little bar right there. Yeah.
Anything come to mind from some of my friends?
You can make it. Everything feels heavy all at once sometimes. I just remind myself you can make it. You got through yesterday, you got through last week, you got through the previous years. 37 years, you can make it. You can do it. Yeah.
For sure.
I think similar. Like, I always tell myself, do it scared. Like, you're not going to be, it's never all going to be perfect before you take the leap of faith. And I think trusting that no matter the outcome, you'll be able to have the strength to get through it. So not focusing on, like, the success is going to come, but, like, more the process and how you show up for yourself.
Now, my pops used to always say, don't let the grass grow under your feet. So, like, always keep moving, keep going, keep trying. Like, be present every time. But then I also say, your only limitation are those in your own mind. So, you're the only person holding you back at the end of the day.
Facts.
So.
I mean, I'd be saying, the best version of yourself is the present version of yourself. I'd be saying that a lot.
Shit, my dad always told me that excuses are like a commitment, so I live by that all the time. Don't make excuses. Always strive to be the best,
I guess I know that just as a musician and like working, there's always somebody working harder, and there's always some kid coming. So I'm very competitive in my nature of the way I have to play and things like that. So I'm always trying to work hard. There's somebody up at 6 a.m. running a million scales while I'm asleep. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's somebody over here singing and like writing music while you sleeping. So I'm always I have a very dogmatic personality. So I'm always like, I got to be up practicing. I got to be up working. I got to be in the studio. I got to be making music because I want to be successful. So that's the Kobe mantra. Work hard.
Play hard.
If I had any mantra, it would probably be from book in the Bible, Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 2, says to write the vision and make it plain.
Yeah.
So when it comes to any person in any sort of position of leadership, whether that's in an ensemble with your family or with your friends or whatever, it's important to speak clearly on whatever the vision is that you have for the team to get everybody on the same page.
Yeah.
Because as we know, if everybody's got their own vision for what they want, it's harder to achieve what you're trying to get to. But if everybody's working towards the same thing, obviously we'd be able to get to that a lot quicker. Yeah. But it's the leader's responsibility to write that vision and make it plain for everybody else.
Amen to that.
There's a lot of different ones, but, your voice matters. To KB's point, it's easy to compare, and I think everyone has something personal and beautiful to share with the world, and whatever stage of skill you're at, your voice matters, The music you make matters, the art you make matters.
Yeah. I'm going to watch this Audiotree back.
Wow.
Take some notes, right?
Yeah, I'm taking some of this from everybody.
Right.
I'm taking it.
We're like, guys, wait, when did we figure this out? We've never talked about this before. Me being like the group therapist. No, but I'm sure mantras like these are what's able to keep what seems like you all on the path of, truth and not this antithetical route of creativity where you're feeding into money and greed and ego, like, the top of this industry unfortunately probably does feed into. But in all truth, there is desire within that. And I wonder how you cope with that desire of these flashy things and of these ideas of success that we have societally conditioned within ourselves. How are you able to put in that work and work towards a certain goal while still remaining conscious that on the other side there is some evil?
This is something that I struggle with, honestly. As somebody who does not want to be in a capitalistic environment, I gotta pay mortgage. I gotta pay my bills. Like I want to buy a PlayStation. Like in order to do all those things, I have to get money, right? And so I think it's a priority thing. I think prioritizing the purpose of it all first. I understand that the money and success kind of follows that stuff. And so I don't go out and I'm like, I need to make 6 figures doing this, that, and the third. But if that happens, dope. Like that's really cool. But I know, I know people with money and I know the struggles that they have, and it's very similar to, struggles that I have today. And so I'm like, that's not going to answer the shit that I'm going through. What's going to answer it is the people in this room. What's going to answer it is like the community that I have. So I keep saying community, but like that's because that's it. That is the answer. To like 99% of the shit that we're going through, because we think we're going through it by ourselves, and chances are somebody else has felt that way. So that also gives me confidence in the music that we write too, is that there's 8 billion people in the world. If I'm going through this, somebody else went through it. Somebody else is going to appreciate the way that I was able to reflect this on a track, and that goes for everybody too, So knowing those things, I'm like, the money going to come. Also, when I'm dead, the money ain't going to be there. So like, I have, unfortunately, and in some ways, I guess I don't know if I should say unfortunately, but there's a lot of loss that I've encountered in life, and so I understand the idea of tomorrow my whole world could shake up, and that's out of my control. And so again, what is in my control is making sure that I just feel fulfilled, and a check ain't really gonna make me feel fulfilled. It's just gonna be a nice little boost, but it ain't gonna make me feel like I succeeded,
The reality of it is most of us would do this for free.
Yeah.
most times we do it because we just love to do music, but also the reality is we got bills. You know what I'm saying? So I guess the hard part about most of the music industry and picking, like, if you need money and getting this and that, is we all have our natural gifts. And there's a scripture that says, hey, we go into the Bible a lot, but it's cool. That's a lot of that's at least my foundation is your gift will make room for you. Your gift will make room for you and put you in front of great men. And I think that is saying, like, it'll put you in not only in front of it could put you in the room where it happens, if we want to say it like that, So a lot of the stuff that we do, we most times just do it because we have a gift. And I say the more we work at our craft and practice and doing all the things and doing things, a lot of us have done things for free anyway. It'll come back to you. I believe in sowing good things and you get good things, and I think that's how I look at it personally.
Yeah, that word belief is important, KB. I think like having faith in something, and not even on a religious tip, but just believing in something that's bigger than you is really important. We got 80, 90 years if we're really lucky here, like that is in the grand scheme of the universe, it is like this, right? And so you got to put your faith in something bigger than yourself. And like legacy, I think is really important for me too, and so that I got to trust that the things that I'm working on now are going to have ripple effects and butterfly effects for when I'm gone. And that's important to me.
And what a liberating experience it is to actually be rooted in faith and trust that will guide you and keep you from, said darkness. Not to say that money is evil, but, anything can be misused.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. And just to close this up, like I said earlier, you did a beautiful job at world building off of your last project. Is there similar intention with the new one?
Yeah. So, something I've been thinking of recently is how it's damn near impossible to just make a living just doing music. For me, I feel like, especially as a hip hop artist and a songwriter, I'm a small fish in a big pond kind of thing, and I'm like, I truly trust in my talent and all of that. I have no doubt in that, but I also understand the nature of the game too. And so, I don't know. I think that for In Good Taste, I've been thinking about like, how do I make the music but not just leave it at that. Like, oh, we put out the song and then everybody download everybody click on the link and pre-save. Like that's cool. But like, what is the function of this music? I talked with my manager, shout out Felton, all the time, and shout out Andrew too. I talk to my team all the time about like how to lifestyle music, how to put it in people's soundtracks to their everyday life, And so like, I'm really interested in like right now bridging the gap between my music and these like local spots that I go to all the time, because there's some connection, there's some thread there, right? And so figuring out like how a song like Back Home, the idea of coming back home, what feels like home? Oh, the comic book store down the street. Let's pull up and see if they'll let us shoot some content in there, and then we'll interview the cashier and like make it a thing. Everybody gets tagged, everybody gets some love. So for Soft and Tender, it was a song, then an EP, then a talk show, and now we're making it a podcast. That's the lifestyle kind of thing going on there, right? With In Good Taste, I mean, we're still dreaming up some stuff. Maybe by the time people watch this, we have something a little bit more solid going on. But this album is really all about where I get my taste from the jewelry that I wear to the clothes I got on to I found out recently that one of my great grandfathers built a church in South Carolina. Like he built a sanctuary. He's credited for building a sanctuary for people. Respect the Mic, Soft and Tender, the music, those are sanctuaries built for people. It's been in my lineage. I get my good taste from my lineage, from my ancestors, and so how do we replicate, or how do we show that in people's lifestyles? Like maybe we do like food drives. Maybe we do like my dream is to have a food delivery service, to be honest with you, like a Blue Apron, but it's In Good Taste, and maybe we got a team of people that drop off food every now and then to communities that need it. That's my big dream, like if I'm really talking about it. So, but that would be totally separate than what Soft and Tender became, But it's like this idea of creating one thing and letting that literally be a seed for the rest of my imagination.
Yeah. No, that's a brilliant way to approach this. I feel like a lot of musicians struggle with what to do post just creating the music, and I feel like there's this idea that we have to come up with a marketing scheme and how do we push it in front of people's faces, whereas you're like, how can I continue the healing component that was already in my tracks, make it real, make it me, and make it bigger than what I am or what this is. Yep. So I commend you for that, and I'm looking forward to your food delivery service. I'll be your first customer.
Come on.
All right, let's run a couple more and call it a day. Yeah.
Let's do it. Can we bring Moyana in the building, please? Moyana in the building. Moyana.
I was born in the middle of the winter. If I flake, that wasn't my intention. Introvert with a short attention. Keep it on like 4th and inches. I ain't grow with too many siblings. It was just me forming the opinions. Listening to grown folks talk business. Good rice came on with the Simpsons. Okay, my mom had really good taste. My dad had a really good face. Yeah, what more can I say? Yeah, some days some niggas test my faith. They want what's on my plate. That's sweet souffle.
Figure it out.
slaved my sister, whose blood made this shit glisten. In some ways, we the perp and the victim. I seen fam go to war in the kitchen. It don't make grown men out of children. My big mama left without patching it up, and her daughter still forgives her. Sheesh, that shit gangster to me. They don't make them like that no more, no, no, no. They don't do it like we. Damn, this shit really my jam. These niggas outside doing the most, but we just do what we can. We figure it out, 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 we figure it out, figure it out, figure it out. We gon' figure it out. We gon' figure
Thanks, Moyana.
Okay, last song, Soft and Tender. Let's bring it back. This a throwback now. So soft and so tender. Daddy in the kitchen and he told me, son, listen. He said, you don't have to play the part. They roll for you. You don't have to play the part. Everybody, I'm in my bag. So soft and so tender. Daddy in the kitchen and he told me, son, listen. He said, you don't have to play the part. They roll for you. You don't have to play the part. Look, how he do that twice. Why that boy so nice? Why he cuffed the mic like a baby bike? So soft and tender. Bet he like that in any weather. But look, don't get it twisted. I be in the gym ready to box. Why would I not? Niggas out here creeping hard on the block. Pops taught me if you can't win the fight with your brain, you can definitely throw hands. Be prepared for the sprain. Change will come with the money. Money changes a vision. Since we living in Chicago, be prepared for division. You don't have to give in it. That's what my daddy taught me. Why would I hurt the family? I'm already a target. This ain't no game to me. Niggas out here trying to space jam on my energy. Majin Buu my energy. Drink up all my Hennessy. So soft and so tender. Daddy in the kitchen and he tell me, son, listen. He say you don't have to play the part. They roll for you. You don't have to play the part. I'm in my way. I'm in my bag. So soft and so tender. Daddy in the kitchen and he tell me, son, listen. He say you don't have to play the part. They roll for you. You don't have to play the part. Couple fathers made of flowers, but it wasn't all roses. Trauma tried to burn me early. I put on my Moses poker face around the family because I'm the oldest. And even when I'm 50, I'ma still be this focused. I'm with the drama. Got my granddaddy's trauma in my obligata. And I feel it in the too when I push up on her. And my niggas quick to anger cause they miss their fathers. I know they had it harder. Plus I got my mamas. But this crazy ass city, Lori ain't acknowledged. Still got me in this grip like an anaconda. So if I ever drip blood under street lights, tell my father that I love him and it was an honor. Epiphanies I had right before I light the blunt up. Brown men taught me I could love how I wanna. So soft and so tender. Daddy in the kitchen and he tell me, son, listen. He say you don't have to play the part. They roll for you. You don't have to play the part. I'm in my bag. So soft and so tender. Daddy in the kitchen and he tell me, son, listen. He say you don't have to play the part. They roll for you. You don't have to play the part. He said you don't have to play the part. 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 You don't have to play the part.
Thank you so much, Rich Robbins.
Audiotree.
Can we do that again? I liked it. I want to do it again. Thank you to our crew for capturing this amazing moment. We can't do it without you. And thank you so much for watching, and also, you're welcome. By the time you are watching this, it's already on all streaming services. So, Spotify, Apple Music, you name it, they are there. Tap in. And again, subscribe. That would be so helpful for us to continue to create this amazing music. My name is FINGY. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.